Hey everybody, welcome back to Quality Time. So, yeah, a little weirdness happened yesterday basically, so consequently this video is a bit late. Apologies for that. I am trying to get these recorded and edited and everything on Tuesdays. Of course, on Tuesdays I also have a stream usually, so that's a fair bit of business in general. And yesterday I just wasn't up to any of it, which is a decent topic to talk about. The long and short of it is that humans are kind of built to be pursuit predators. We're designed to walk at a fairly leisurely pace for kilometers at a time, and maybe with the occasional high-energy burst where we're sprinting after something that's realized we're following it. We're not really designed to run at peak performance for extremely long periods of time, and I'm kind of in a fortunate position in that regard because I get to set my own schedule around here. I get to pick all of my own deadlines and all of that, and if I decide that the work isn't going to get done today, then I decide when it does get done, if it gets done. Big companies don't necessarily allow you to do that so much, so my point here, if I'm rambling slightly, is don't be so worried if you feel not up to a given day's tasks. If you feel fatigued, if you feel worn out or exhausted, if you just don't have the spoons, that's okay. And at that point, you just gotta take care of yourself first. You can't do anything if you die. So, it's important to make sure that you yourself are functioning before you can do anything else. So I decided to do basically that just yesterday. So I spent most of it just relaxing, enjoying myself, just being calm and not getting terribly much done. I still managed to get a little bit done. I did get the Book of Lying video that you saw out today done, although apparently the rendering messed up on that because it showed the wrong thing for XOR. Grr. But with that in mind, hope you can forgive me for that slight lapse. It doesn't happen terribly often, but it's important to take care of when it does. And with that in mind, onto the schedule. On first, it's an episode of The Lost Hands, as be very, very quiet, we're hunting wardens. And we also have at 11 PM BST over at twitch.tv/LyingInBedMon, we have some Midnight Souls. We're playing some Dark Souls 3, hopefully taking on a boss, maybe even murdering it, we'll see. On Friday, it's an episode of Dungeon Maker, as we are designing the Cradle of the Hubris Harvester. On Saturday at 9 PM BST over at twitch.tv/TheDragonHat, we have another installment of Dungeons & Dragon Hat's Path of Steel. Having finally taken down a single stone lion in record longevity, the heroes venture into elven territories. On Monday, it's an episode of Spring Realms, as we have a time-lapse of dungeon development. On Tuesday, we have an episode of Edgington, where we talk about the merits of being an interstellar pioneer. And at 9 PM BST over at twitch.tv/LyingInBedMon, we have Yogdorf's Live number 81. Lastly for the week, on Wednesday, it is an episode of Mating Do that has long been postponed, or it's another episode of Book of Lying. This is sort of either or, depending on the well-being of the actors involved, so if there's anything you want to see from Book of Lying, leave a comment on that video. And on to the questions. So these are, as always, drawn from the comment section of the preceding video. So if you have anything you want to ask me, leave it down below. Our first question of the week comes from Chronicler Wolfram. Does Ignalane suffer from albinism? And if so, is this common in his family? This is because Ignalane is red-haired, red-eyed, very noticeably, and fairly pale-skinned. And the answer is Ignalane's family are redheads, and Ignalane's a massive nerd, so he spends a lot of time indoors, under candlelight rather than in the sun, for the most part, and Watson Town isn't known for a particularly tropical climate either, so he's not albino, he's just a red-haired, pale-faced guy. His eyes aren't actually meant to be as red as they are on occasion, but I'll leave it to you. I'll leave it to you guys to try and figure that one out. Forbidden Smile asks, does Sir Lying have a confirmed sexuality? Now, if you head over to sunless-server.tumblr.com, you can in fact find character profiles of all of the cast of Knight of Fangs, including Sir Lying Harrister, in which it says that he doesn't actually have any meaningful interest in romance or sexuality or anything like that. It's most likely that he's asexual, but it's just not addressed for the most part. Lastly for the week we have Flixamon, who asks, which lying is the Book of Lying? Lying. We should say which lying am I portraying in the course of the Book of Lying series? And the answer is that Book of Lying not being an RP series means it's just me. Little old me. And that's it for this week. So hope you've all enjoyed. Apologies for the slight lapse in content production and the delay on this video, and I shall catch you all next time.